Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Is Ripple stepping back from XRP? This is a question that's asked in this article from Forbes, which, by the way, was written by Thomas Selkjaer. I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name right. I don't know, flip a coin, I have no idea. And he's an XRP community member. In fact, he was an XRP community member before becoming a Forbes contributor, writer for Forbes. And he still is very pro-Ripple and very pro-XRP. And so that's why, before him, pretty much everything having to do with Ripple and XRP written by Forbes, there's almost without fail some sort of weird negative spin or misunderstanding or FUD inserted into it. But certainly not the case with Thomas. And so still this question was posed. And this is a fun piece to run through, and I will share with you exactly what it is that they're talking about here. But before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you would please ever so delicately tap the like button. I would definitely appreciate it, because if you do, don't worry, it's not something that's risky to you. It doesn't require any sort of long-term commitment with Moon Lambo, although you should be interested in that, and if you're not, that hurts my feelings. It just is going to tell the YouTube algorithm to push this content, this particular Moon Lambo content, out onto other individuals. So if you don't completely hate it, consider doing that. And also, subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, because why the hell not? It's a way to pass that time. There you go. There might be other things, that would be less enjoyable to do with your time, perhaps. I don't know. That's the best pitch I got off the top of my head. Whatever. Into the content. Shout out to BonCrypt XRP, who sent this story over to me in the first place. And lots of crypto media outlets ended up writing about this. So thank you very much, BonCrypt XRP. I do appreciate that. And let's dive in here. On September 24th, the newly established XRP Ledger Foundation, which is XRPLF for short, announced its existence in a press release and website. While the currently available information leaves a lot of open questions, I have asked the Foundation's spokesperson to elaborate. The Foundation has received initial grants of more than 6.5 million United States dollars from Ripple, Coil, and GateHub to establish itself and reach the initial goal. A goal which, according to the press release, is setting up a foundation with representation from industry leaders, academics, and social visionaries, and initially focusing on core technology, publishing a unique node list, support developers, sustainability initiatives, and social and community initiatives. So let me pause right here and ask you, does this sound like the XRP Ledger in general, especially with the continued direction of, because look, arguably this just furthers decentralization. So does this sound to you like something that, a cryptocurrency XRP that is controlled by a single entity, Ripple? Does it sound like a centralized cryptocurrency in any capacity here? Well, obviously not, and we already know that Ripple controls, the last I checked anyway, 16% of validator nodes on the XRP Ledger. They have no special permissions whatsoever, and the fact that they hold a ton of XRP, that has nothing to do with centralization. That's just a concentration of XRP. That's all that is. And so here's where the question comes in: is Ripple stepping back from XRP? People have raised concerns for years that the lack of third-party engagement in the XRP Ledger, or XRPL for short, is because it is spearheaded and ultimately controlled by Ripple. If a single corporate entity has access to more than half of the total XRP supply, all efforts in enhancing the XRPL will ultimately benefit Ripple more than anyone else. The common response to this has been that while Ripple stands to gain the most from XRP adoption, they also stand to lose the most, as most XRP is locked away in escrows for several years. This balance has directly been the promise to invite other participants to the XRP Ledger, a promise that the XRP Ledger will continue to be developed, improved, and maintained. And let me just ask you right here. So fine, Ripple, holding the most XRP, has the most to gain, also the most to lose, which is frequently not cited by Bitcoin maxi trolls that like to bring that point up. But why do you, if you're investing in XRP or anything, if you're investing in anything, pick a stock, right? If somebody holds substantially more and they stand to gain more than you, is it an adult position to take that because somebody else or some other entity has more to gain, even if you're helping to see that there's this whatever project in question has success, is it an adult position to say, no, you're earning more than me? No. That's effectively the point that the Bitcoin maxi trolls make. It's childish. It's absolutely, utterly childish. You know what? XRP, although not created by Ripple, look, they're doing more than anyone else to build out this ecosystem, and nobody's forcing anyone to hold XRP. And so I'll tell you what, if us as XRP holders, and hopefully this goes well for us. I admit that, fine, crypto's erratic, it's volatile, and maybe this all goes to zero. I don't believe that to be the case. I am Mr. XRP Bull, got that. But we do have skin in the game here, and we have an opportunity to make a lot more money, potentially, if things go well. I'm not offering financial advice, but maybe we will, right? But with how much effort Ripple is legitimately putting into this, are you going to tell me that they don't deserve that? You wouldn't be listening to a video like this if not for Ripple being such a strong cheerleader for the XRP ecosystem. And it's great they're getting other developers involved, but they were the biggest one, most notable one from the beginning, right? And so we wouldn't have all of this if not for them. And you're going to tell me they don't deserve to have tremendous gain if they actually pulled this off, because it's still not certain. And it doesn't matter how confident Moon Lambo is, and I am very confident, nothing's set in stone here. There's a bunch of stuff that perhaps we couldn't foresee that could go wrong. But in all likelihood, I weigh the pros and the cons and the risk and this and that. And I think more likely than not, especially based on the real-world adoption I'm seeing, that XRP will be worth substantially more. And mind you, I don't have a financial background. I'm not offering financial advice. Don't buy or sell because of me. I'm just happy to share my everyday Joe Schmo opinion, but that's the way I'm looking at it. Now, in 2014, when Jed McCaleb exited Ripple and founded Stellar, his approach was to create a nonprofit development foundation to support the growth of the open-source Stellar network. The XRPLF is a step in the same direction, although not initiated by Ripple, and a large step in the further decentralization of the XRP Ledger. But does this mean that Ripple is handing off the XRP Ledger completely, as well as their promise of engagement? Well, here's a quote. David Schwartz, CTO at Ripple, he commented in a press release that, "We and the community have worked over the past 8 years to dramatically increase the decentralization, performance, and feature set of the XRP Ledger, and remain committed to its future growth and innovation led by the foundation." And in a tweet, Nick Bugalis, director at Spring, adds that Ripple C++ team will continue core technology contribution. And so my fellow XRP YouTuber Sam from To The Lifeboats asked, "Nick, are you and the team moving to the foundation or remaining at Ripple? I'm wondering how the mechanics are going to work here." And Nick did respond and wrote, "The Ripple C++ team is staying in place at Ripple and will continue to contribute and build on the XRP Ledger. I see it as similar to how Intel employs entire teams of engineers to contribute code to the Linux kernel, which is a project under the auspice of the Linux Foundation." And then the piece continues. "I asked Barath Achari, whose name I'm sure I'm butchering because Moon Lambo ain't no damn good at pronouncing foreign names. If your name's not John, no guarantee I'm going to get it right. That's just that, man." But anyway, he's a spokesperson for the XRP Ledger Foundation. He asked him to elaborate on the announcement. And so here's the question. Is the XRPLF and it seemingly leading the future development of the XRP Ledger an indication that Ripple is not as invested in the future of the XRP Ledger any longer? And here's his response. "We don't see this as being the case at all, even though this question is better answered by Ripple. As in the case of many open source projects, stakeholder companies invest time and resources in helping develop it. The XRP Ledger Foundation sees Ripple in a continued role as a key developer on both the technical and business aspects of the XRP Ledger. Furthermore, the XRPLF is only an entity that promises to act in the best interests of the XRP Ledger. There is no question of controlling an open, decentralized ecosystem like the XRP Ledger." Here's another question posed by Thomas. 6.5 million United States dollars is a lot of money, and a clear indication of engagement. But it is only a fraction of the non-circulating supply of XRP Ripple has access to. So by logic, the most to gain, most to lose promise of Ripple still stands, and the XRPLF is an added promise to third-party developers. The XRPL is still being maintained and used by Ripple, but they are handing off even more control in a decentralization effort, ? And here's the response. "The non-circulating supply isn't of any concern to the XRPLF. We are purely focused on the health and forward direction of the XRP Ledger. As answered earlier, and also indicated in some other statements by Ripple, they are committed to the greater good of the XRP Ledger, including devoting resources to develop on it. Which again goes back to like the concept of why I could not be more bullish. It's a huge part of it. Look, it really is though, and I think that's fair. It's just I see real world adoption. I see a commitment because again, like I've said before, XRP is at the core of Ripple's business model. There is no tremendous world-changing success without XRP at the core of all of this, right? And here's another question. Have you made long-term arrangements with Ripple to allocate a share of the non-circulating XRP supply to the XRP Ledger Foundation? The answer is no. No such discussion has been had. The foundation is concentrating on the initial roadmap as outlined in our press release. And it's all, and I'm not going to go through this whole thing because it's too long, but that is the core of what I wanted to get at. But it's largely, primarily perhaps, just about centralization, decentralization, and building out the XRP ecosystem in a healthy way, ensuring its sustainability. And look at what's happening. So you have not just the best cheerleader Ripple, making sure that this all goes swimmingly to the extent that might potentially be possible. There's always hiccups along the way, and pivots to be made, and business models got that. But you have that. You have the XRP Ledger Foundation right here coming out with their whole mission to ensure the long-term viability and development of the XRP Ledger. Then you've got Flare Networks, which is bringing smart contract capability to the XRP Ledger. My gosh, do you guys not see the tremendous amount of activity taking place here? Some people might say that fundamentally and functionally matters in a material way. I certainly believe that's the case. But that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say. All right. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.